Hello friends and happy Wednesday. I am so excited to be back with you this week for Children's Bible Story Time. Today we're going to be reading about two really special people in the Bible, and I bet you've heard of them before, Joseph and Miriam. Do you remember anything about them? Well, let's learn about them together. We're going to start with Joseph. And this book was written by Victoria Kovacs and illustrated by Miriam. Let's read. Joseph's father gives Joseph a special coat. His brothers are jealous. And there's Joseph with his special coat. The brothers want to get rid of Joseph. They sell him to a merchant going far away. They lie and tell their father that Joseph has died. Isn't that sad? Joseph is put in prison in Egypt. Pharaoh is the ruler of Egypt. He finds out that Joseph can interpret dreams and tell what they mean. Here's Joseph in prison. God helps Joseph interpret Pharaoh's dreams. Pharaoh is so happy. He puts Joseph in charge of Egypt. There's Joseph. And that's the Pharaoh. Joseph's brother comes to Egypt to buy food. Joseph forgives his brothers. He tells them that God sent him to Egypt to help people, including them. So his brothers were trying to be mean, but God was able to use it for good. All of Joseph's family moves to Egypt, and Joseph gets to see his father again. There he is, hugging his dad. Joseph is happy that God is always with him and brings his family back together. And that's the end of our story about Joseph. Did you remember some of that, like the coat of many colors? Well, next we're going to read about Miriam. Now, do you remember anything about her? Her story is found in the book of Exodus, and it has to do with someone named Moses. Let's read together and find out all about it. So, reading about Miriam. And again, this story was written by Victoria Kovacs and illustrated by Miriam. The ruler of Egypt is an evil Pharaoh who orders all the Hebrew baby boys to be killed. One mother has a plan to protect her baby boy. She makes a papyrus basket, coats it with clay and tar to make it float, and places the baby inside. The mother and her daughter, Miriam, put the basket in the reeds along the riverbank. They pray for God to take care of their baby. There they are. That's Miriam right here. Miriam is a very brave big sister. She hides and watches over her brother's floating basket. Look, there she is. There's the basket, and Miriam's watching over it. Pharaoh's daughter comes to the river to take a bath. She sees the basket and looks inside. Miriam is worried. What will the princess do to her little brother? So there's the princess finding the basket. You see Miriam back here looking out for her brother still. The princess picks up the basket and says, "I will take care of this baby as my own." Miriam runs to the princess and asks bravely, "Would you like for me to find a nurse for the baby?" "Yes," answers the princess. Isn't Miriam so brave? Miriam is happy. Now her brother is safe. She takes him home so their mother can be his nurse. The baby stays with his real family a little while longer. So look, there's the baby Moses, back with his mom and his sister. When Miriam's brother is older, their mother brings him to the princess. The princess names him Moses. Moses grows up to become a great leader of his people. So there's Moses all grown up. And that's the end of our story about Miriam. Isn't she such a good big sister? Do you have a brother or a sister? This week, why don't you think of something really nice that you can do for your brother or your sister? And if you don't have a sibling, maybe there's something nice you can do for your mom or your dad. Thank you so much for joining me for Bible time this week. I hope that you enjoyed learning about Joseph and Miriam. I can't wait to be back with you next week. Bye, friends.